Hello and welcome back to another episode of Know the Know, Good to Good. No, not right. That's Know the Good, Good to Know, your weekly podcast for all your positive worldly news. Let's jump right into some news.
Let's jump into episode 26.
I forget every single time you have to mention it. But this is a special episode, or the start of many, many special episodes, should I say, as we are transforming our duo into a trio. If you'd like to introduce yourself...
Yeah, I'm Jack, but
I'm Jack, I'm 32.
I'm 29.
He's on a dating app, even though
No,
he's got a cute
unfortunately
kid.
not funny Jack, just the other Jack.
We tried to get funny Jack, but we didn't have the budget.
Yeah, so...
Oh, he's expensive,
you know.
damn. Did you ask for his prices? What's your prices?
I can't tell you that, I'm afraid.
On the ball.
We'll talk about it after.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, we're doing contracts and all sorts.
So we've discussed this on numerous occasions where we always like, we should have Googled that.
Yeah.
We should have...
Although, Funny Jack did say that's the one thing he loved about us, was the fact that we just sat there and go, what is that called? What is that? Where is that? But, sorry, Funny Jack, it's time that we get a bit more professional on it and realise what we're going to talk
But the
about.
pronunciations of things are still going to be terrible.
Yeah, yours are. I've realised
Thanks.
now that I'm listening to most of the podcasts, when you try and think of a word or try and say a word, it's...
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's like, it's just this. It's just this. So easy, but yeah. Okay, well, now introductions out the way. You want to hit us up with some good news?
Yeah,
Or
you
have
can
got-
start.
I can start again.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure I started last week. Okay, fair enough. Right. Well, this story was given me to by my lovely girlfriend Becca. It's a very heartwarming going to give you those fizzy feelings inside. That's what I think. We're bringing you a remarkable story of an 11-year-old girl called JD Hawker, whose life was saved by a pioneering genetic study. JD from Seaton in Devon was it Seaton? Oh, here we go. I literally just said that. As if I literally just said about not being said. I'm assuming it's Seaton. Was diagnosed with Lig 4 syndrome, which is a very, very rare form of dwarfism that affects fewer than 50 people worldwide. So you can imagine how rare that actually is. The life-altering discovery came through the Deciphering Development Disorder, or DDD study, a collaborative effort between the NHS, multiple universities, and the Sanger Institute, which is pushing the limits of genetic analysis to help families get crucial diagnosis. So they're doing some real good work. JD's journey began before birth when an anomaly scan revealed unusual brain development. Born premature at 31 weeks, weighing only 2 pounds, JD faced multiple challenges from the start. She was so tiny that even doll's clothes were too big for her.
Mad.
So you can imagine how
But it's like a hand.
yeah,
Size of a hand.
that's a little baby palm of your hand. JD stayed in the hospital for nearly a year, leaving just before her first birthday. So at least she got to celebrate that outside the hospital. Despite efforts to feed her via a nasogastric tube, her growth remained slow and her development was delayed. Doctors suspected a genetic disorder, but despite extensive testing, no clear diagnosis could be made. For JD's mother, a little voice crack there, Lisa, the uncertainty was overwhelming. She recalls questioning if she had done something wrong during pregnancy, which no mother should have to go through, even, no matter what you think or whatever happens, you shouldn't think that it's your fault, sort of thing. When JD, was almost 1 year old, Dr. Emma Kivuva, a clinical geneticist at the Royal Devon University Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust, I recovered it with the whole slogan of words there, offered JD a place in the DDD study. This large-scale project focuses on children with undiagnosed genetic disorders, and while it didn't provide immediate answers, it paved the way for JD's life-saving diagnosis. For years, Lisa and JD lived with uncertainty. JD learned to walk and started nursery, but she remained non-verbal and with vision and hearing problems. At one point, the side of her face even collapsed, and doctors feared that she might need major reconstructive surgery due to the pressure on her brain. Blood tests also revealed that JD's blood was thin like water. Thin like water, man.
I literally watched a thing about this yesterday, about a condition where people's blood are thinner, and when they bleed out faster, so they're a really high risk.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. That's mad.
That's so Hang on a second.
What?
Could Jack Google what that condition's called?
I mean, he totally can.
You could try.
Here we
It's
go.
basically if you and they have to take I can't remember what that's called either.
Blood
but they have to
thickness.
but there's a certain thing what it's called. And
I was going to say beta blockers, but that's not.
that's the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, that makes your blood thinner.
Yeah.
I have a name.
Yeah,
Go on.
From
Go on.
Yeah,
Go on.
that's exactly what it is.
What is it?
From Bokitopenia.
That's
We're
not how it's pronounced.
We're making serious diseases
Right, how
sound
is it
like...
pronounced then?
We're making serious diseases sound
I
like
don't know. I can't
Harry
remember.
Potter spells.
Remember. But that's exactly what it is. It's basically where your blood is thinner.
Okay, fair enough.
So you bleed out.
Ah, so it's dangerous, basically.
So
It's
even
really,
like a
really
small
dangerous.
cut on your hand,
Yeah, you could bleed.
And there's certain areas in the body which are more susceptible to bleeding. So this guy that I watched about, it was his knees. So if one of his knees went, then he'd be more susceptible to bleed out on his knee than anyone else.
Okay, so dangerous stuff. Yeah. But either way, so this, like I said, with his condition, it's adding another layer of concern to JD's condition. Every day was like living, was like living with a ticking time bomb, was the quote from her mum. So now here's where it gets positive, and I know finally.
Yeah, I was going to say, when is this going to turn positive?
The breakthrough came when JD was 4. Detailed genetic analysis revealed that she had Lig-4 syndrome, the rare mutation that affects the body's ability to repair DNA. This diagnosis explained her primordial dwarfism, developmental delays, and blood condition. For Lisa, the diagnosis was a relief after years of uncertainty. She went on to say, the penny finally dropped. It made sense. She said, the discovery also allowed doctors to compare JD's condition with other cases worldwide, providing vital insight into her care. Children with Lig-4 syndrome are at high risk for aggressive, hard-to-treat leukemia. Rather than wait for the worst to happen, Lisa and JD's medical team made the brave decision to perform a bone marrow transplant immediately, which was the procedure needed to potentially save JD's life. So this is basically where it starts to get positive. Okay. Because of the DDD study and stuff, this allows all these rare conditions to sort of not necessarily be fixed there and then, but on the path to being fixed at a later date. JD and Lisa spent 6 months in a sterile room to prevent infection, and all of the time and effort actually paid off. Today, JD's blood is back to normal. She's absolutely thriving. She's back to school, running around like a crazy child, and she's really happy and healthy at the moment, which is something that Lisa shared, filled with joy and relief. JD's story is one of the 13,500 families who have participated in the Triple D study. The study has identified 60 new genetic diseases and provided over 5,500 families with life-changing diagnosis. According to the research published in Genetics in Medicine, 76%, here we go, it's really fumbling now, of families received specific information about their conditions, and 28% of cases like JD's, this diagnosis led to change in clinical management. Some families were even introduced to new therapies, and 21% managed to join support groups that helped them cope with their child's condition, thanks to the actual connections that were made during this study. So it's led to a lot of positive things, basically. So it's doing.
I've learned a lot from this particular case.
So from what it sounds like, because I went onto the actual Triple D website to have a look at some of the studies that they were doing, and there's so much stuff on there. I could literally rattle it. Well, I say that I could butcher it all, but I could rattle off for about 4 hours worth of stuff just to talk about it. For JD, the future remains uncertain, unfortunately. While Lig-4 syndrome increases the risk of tumours and that sort of stuff around her body, but with this early intervention, she has already improved her quality of life. So it's good stuff to start, being a child and sort of having a normal childhood again.
Getting on with her life, yeah.
So she's full of energy and personality. She now enjoys singing, dancing, and has a newfound love for fake nails. I can't say I know all too well about what that is or what it's like. I know what fake nails are.
You've got like no nails at all.
I don't, because I chew them off. But so with the JD, Professor Caroline Wright from the University of Exeter, which led to the study, said, it's so gratifying to hear stories like JD's where the genetic diagnosis really is life-changing. Whole genome sequences for affected families is now offered on the NHS, which is really cool. And a new study is testing umbilical cords for 200 genetic disorders to help diagnose more children early. This groundbreaking work will likely lead to more treatable conditions being discovered in the future, offering hope to even more families.
Oh, so this is UK based. Sorry,
this is all in the UK.
Okay.
Well, I think there's a couple of maybe foreign universities that are helping, but I think it's primarily coming from the UK, which is pretty cool. Lisa, reflecting on her journey, said, "I think we haven't got the diagnosis. Really screwed up then. I think if we didn't get the diagnosis, it would have been too late to save JD's life." JD's story is a shining example of how medical advancement, like those in the DDD study, can transform lives and provide help and hope for families who have been waiting for answers for years. But not only this, the DDD study is also, like I said, one that we should be shining a light on, as well as JD's story, as they have provided such amazing work and research into getting all these studies done for the diagnosis. So it's really cool. But yeah, that's my
I feel like each week we bring
helpful
a new medical advancement.
Yeah, no, we're paving this way for this future sci-fi life where we're all getting
Like we were
skin
talking
grafts
about
and
last week,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So, hit us up with just continuous good news.
Keeping the good news in the UK.
Just keep it like bullets with it.
I'm going back to the environment.
Love
and a new flow.
Sorry, Jack.
A new flow pioneering UK river restoration declared a success. So after a year of completion, an innovative UK river reset project has been hailed a success. It could provide a template for tackling some of the impacts of extreme weather events now.
Oh, okay.
The reason this is relevant for around our area is because I feel like everywhere's flooding at the moment.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
You have one of the worst roads known to man where it divots down next to a river and you can't go through it.
Yeah. And that's just like one example. The big local town, St Ives, near us, the fields.
Oh yeah, they're all
crazy.
they're poor cows. Yeah, every single time we drive past on the bridge and you see the cows and it's like you go back and it's just water.
Yeah, and they're building more houses, which I feel like it's just causing more flooding.
It does make it worse.
So I saw this, I was like, this could be potentially a good idea for the future.
Question: is it done by beavers?
No. That'll be kind of cool though.
Balls.
So we can restart our computers with a simple Control-Alt-Delete. But how easy is it to do a full reset on a river? A year on from the completion of a 3-year project for the National Trust estate in Somerset, scientists say they have proven it can be done, and with impressive results. In what was UK's first large-scale attempt to reset a river by reconnecting its waters with a surrounding floodplain, a 1.2 kilometre managed section of the river was deepened and filled in and transformed the area into 7 hectares, equivalent about 10 football pitches, of waterscapes and wetlands, which those behind the project say is vital for slowing water flow, storing carbon and providing homes for wildlife.
It really is. On the cusp of that, I was listening to a story recently and it was about how I think carbon is reversed now. So there was a massive part of the Amazon rainforest that used to be a really good carbon sink and now it's flipped on its head and now it's producing carbon because...
I think we talked about that.
No. It's recent. Yeah, it's relatively recent. So it was something along the lines of... because of this, I don't know what's made it happen, but apparently certain parts of the world are sort of transforming more carbon, so other ones are stopped completely. Okay. So I think because the ocean it did a lot of like carbon sinking last year or something, the Amazon rainforest didn't do like as much, and now it's sort of transformed it, and the Amazon rainforest has died off a little bit.
Isn't soil the most? I can't remember. Isn't soil or is it the ocean, which is
ocean is the biggest carbon sink. The oceans that we have are the biggest carbon sinks.
Soil is one of them,
but I think any nature in general.
Jack's like, what?
Sorry.
I'm like, Google it.
So here, with the Google, which is
Sorry,
what
that
is
was
the
my
biggest
job.
and best carbon sink?
Yeah. In the meantime, I'll carry on.
Yeah.
So almost immediately after completion in September 2023, the landscape was put to the test. So during England's wettest 18-month period, which we can probably say,
much,
we agree to that.
Last few years.
The newly rebooted area helped the slow flow of the water after several periods of heavy rain, helping the project communities downstream from flooding. The protect communities downstream from flooding. Right?
Yeah.
So it's taking on board water.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Like to how bodies of water can help places stop flooding.
Yeah, we have floodplains though, right? But the problem is they build a lot of houses on these new floodplains.
Well, like you said, this is like marshland, isn't it? So
yeah,
primarily
they
it's
turned
boggy.
it into.
Yeah. So it's primarily boggy and wet, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really. Well, obviously it drains or should drain
Just
well.
gives somewhere for the
water to go. But for somewhere that holds water to basically, or somewhere that's wet to be able to hold water, makes no sense to me. Or to drain water, should I say?
And I don't know what the soil's like in Somerset. Obviously, I know East Anglia's always been like
it's very it's farmy, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I can imagine it's quite peaty and boggy.
But the East Anglia's always been like the marshy areas.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
peat
flood
and
lands,
crap like that.
so.
Yeah. Although we got a lot of clay. We've got a lot of clay around it. But yeah.
Tell us, Jack.
So, the largest carbon sink on Earth is the ocean,
It is the ocean, right?
which absorbs 25% of the world's carbon emissions.
Damn.
The deep ocean is the largest reservoir of carbon on Earth, storing 37,000
Go on.
billion tons of carbon.
Yeah, it's mad.
That's a lot of carbon.
Like I said, the
Sounds
ocean.
like a lot to me.
But soil's up there. I'm sure soil's up there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when you have things like trees, forests are obviously always good because the whole point of forests is trees absorb the carbon and turn it
Because
into
that's why
oxygen.
they say about farmers ploughing.
Yeah.
Because they're turning the soil over
Churning the
and
soil
releasing
Carbon.
more carbon into the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
In it. Anyway, where was I? So Ben Eardley, project manager of the National Trust, said Trying
A
any
new
new technique is, of course, challenging, but we need to be bold in order to tackle the climate and natural crisis.
Mm-hmm.
We had just had the worst winter you can imagine post-restoration in terms of the number of storms and sheer volume of rain. I guess it just puts it to the test, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've
That's
got
like jumping in the deep end, literally.
you got to trial it. Yeah, as I say, there's no way to know unless you do it.
Exactly. But despite the record-breaking conditions with high-flowing river water levels, the site responded really well, demonstrating the value of the restoration in providing resilience in hydrological extremes. Researchers from various universities worked alongside the National Trust in the project, monitoring water flow, quality, and change in habitats. Monitoring of the site indicated that the water quality improved and reduced cloudiness, improving the habitat for fish, reducing the impacts of pollution from agriculture, and the aquatic habitats has increased, researchers say, by almost 1,800%.
Oh my God, that is one hell of an improvement.
With greater diversity in wetland habitat types.
Mm-hmm.
The speed with which the site developed in a diverse patchwork of habitats has been a real surprise as well. After only a few months, the river has already adjusting creek deep pools, fast riffles, which are like shallow places in the river to slow down the water flow.
Okay.
And mosaic wetlands, which support different plants and animals.
I'm learning so much terminology. Riffles.
So at the UK site, fish now have access to a lot more space, which means more food, more shelter, the ability to move more and survive. Many species are now thriving as a result of the project. Those behind it say the site has gone bananas in terms of the amount of wildlife and lush vegetation. What's funny?
That's such a National Trust, like, it's going bananas.
This was a National Trust ranger as well who said
Yeah,
that.
I bet it is. He's got to be real PC about it.
He also said that there's been a huge variety of plants and trees starting to shoot up across the wetlands, such as greater tussock sedge, I don't know what that is, which can grow over 2 meters tall. Thanks to the increased wetted area, it's seen lots of more creatures. One being a water vole, eels, grass snakes, which we see a lot in down the lake local to us, trouts, birds, red kite, buzzards, kestrels, sparrowhawks, swallows, swifts, and sand martin. No idea what that is.
What's a swift?
We get them at work.
What are sand martins?
What are they?
Yeah, they're really annoying for us at work.
What are they?
What are they?
They're just like a little bird that
Pine
just
martin
on like a sheer face of the. When
Yes.
we dig
Oh,
the
they dig
gravel out,
holes.
They dig holes in the side of it, but they're so protected and they're so like you can go to prison for like disturbing them.
That
Okay, I won't tell you. I won't tell you my story then.
Oh,
I'll just incriminate myself.
We spend most of like the summer trying to prevent them landing on site, but they're just
nets
sometimes you just can't.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
What?
ridiculous.
We don't know stuff like that.
No, I mean that's what Jack brings to the table.
And they
Knowledge.
literally build their homes so quickly. Like we'll leave site one evening,
Yeah,
and then when we're back in the morning,
They're all
nested.
yeah.
And,
They're mad.
and like we can't go anywhere near it.
What are they? Like, are they got any colour on them? Are they like any colour? They're like blue, or yellow.
I
or stuff?
think like they move really quickly. And they're quite small. They're actually
that's-
quite hard to see.
Yeah.
But I think they're just black and white.
Okay. Oh, then it might be the ones that I've seen then, because the ones that
Google it.
Oh
no! Well, you don't have.
no,
He knows what they are. He doesn't need to Google it.
No,
It
the
doesn't
colours. The
include it.
colours.
I don't know. I mean, like, I only said it because when we and Becca went on our hike, the one where we put a sticker on.
Oh yes.
When you look on the sheer rock face, that's where you can see tons of birds like trying to nest in the side of the rock, and I'm wondering if they were the same birds.
Yeah, they are black and white.
it's
brown,
like
yeah.
a brown and white. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, birds.
They look really fluffy though.
They do look very
really
fluffy.
cute. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway.
cute little fluffy birds. Oh, okay. Oh, that's maybe not what I saw then. Yeah. Oh, they might have been actually. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering that they were
They've got
yellow.
like
and
really
green.
pointy wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny as well, and there's tons of them. But yeah, okay. Go.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
The new habitat. No, don't apologise. It's interesting to hear. The new habitat is expansive, connected, and has started growing up wonderfully with an abundance of their favourite food plants and linked to surrounding water vole populations. They've ended up a little slice of vole heaven. So this is them talking about the real increase of water voles, which has been another great aspect.
It's always
of it.
good. Yeah.
Although only in 12 months, we can only see like the start. They wouldn't be surprised if they see a huge increase over the population of all sorts of these diverse animals over the coming years.
Yeah. Otters, beavers,
Hopefully.
all sorts of other things.
So to conclude this good news, less flood risk, more wildlife, plus some rare species. So all the results are mind blowing, and we can't wait to see what the next years bring.
Love it.
And see if they can obviously do this elsewhere in the country.
Also, damn, that sounded so professional right at the end of that. And this entire time, every single episode, I don't think we've ever once said the words "to conclude."
I know. I thought we should.
That sounded so professional.
Because we ramble a lot.
Yeah.
It's easy to lose it, so I might try and add that in the future.
Yeah, no, it's
Just to
good.
conclude it.
Just so that people know the end is coming.
Yeah.
Like we were doing like an academic study. And to conclude the end of my study, how about we finish here?
So yeah.
Fair enough. I like it. It's cool. I love it.
Wetlands.
I love a bit of nature stories. It's always good.
So we're not going on to Hero of the Week.
Oh,
I just remembered. Yeah, our new segment is the Hall of Heroes.
Oh, were you about? Oh, you were about
Sorry,
to say
I get so
it.
excited to go here.
When this ends, I am going to get you to record. We're going to do a recording of the Hall of Heroes, and I'm going to try and make an actual
Jingle.
a little jingle. Yeah.
That would be so sick.
But before we get into Hall of Heroes, I wanted to talk about us possibly being able to join the good gym if the gym that I'm the gym that I go to at the moment, gets into it really. So, like I said to you earlier today, I got talking to some of the PTs at the gym, or one of the PTs at the gym, should I say, and they was saying apparently head office has said they need to do something more community based.
Okay.
So I told them about the good gym
Yeah.
and what it is and what it stands for, and I said, look, it basically is the perfect thing of what you're trying to find. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. What we're going to do is maybe we'll start it up, and then we'll get in contact with you, and we'll promote you. But at the same time, I had the thought of us possibly also helping some of the elderly people out, or doing a bit of bit of action rather than just some words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going for that.
Yeah. So
Always. Yep.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can muck up some t-shirts.
Okay.
We can get some merchandise,
What
even
colour?
though we I don't know.
Don't do black
No.
because I got two fluffy cats and they just get ruined.
Okay, we'll do white.
I also have a cat.
All right, white or cream? White or cream would be all right.
Yeah. Oh, red.
Cream goes.
Can't do red.
Nah, don't do red.
You don't do red,
Don't do red.
so white it is.
Makes my eyes look puffy. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. No, white or cream is just an easy colour.
Light blue. On
Could do.
brand.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can get some t-shirts, and then if they look really good, and someone's like, "Oh yeah, what can I get one of those tees?" You might go,
And
like,
hoodies.
what? Nah,
Hats?
just t-shirts. I'm not going to do a fully fledged merchandise website. Just
Yes, we are.
Yeah, okay. Maybe when we get over, I don't know, 100 followers. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, maybe let's just try and sell a t-shirt first.
No, not even sell a t-shirt. Let's wear a t-shirt so people can see what it looks like.
That's
Yeah,
like-
do you know what? Let's just make one t-shirt to start with.
Let's just receive
We'll all share it.
one email.
We'll all share the
Let's
one.
just start with getting one email.
Actually,
in.
that's true. I know we've got one email.
That's from Jack, who's here.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
And Ash, who's also technically family now.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, genuinely, Ash is the only genuine email. Like mine was
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Mine was just. Mine was just like, I just wanted you to be buzzing that you actually received an email.
Yeah, no. Oh,
and
yeah,
then when you
were
saw it was
first
from
as
me,
well.
you'd be like, "Oh, it's only Jack."
You were a first email, and I was like, "Yo, we got an email."
Yeah.
Alright, guys, love what you do. I was like, "Oh," as if this whole
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Ash actually brought the podcast something.
She did, yeah.
That's all right. Okay, so now into the Hall of Heroes. Damn, that sounded.
Wow, we should sync it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll just take that snippet. We don't have to do a recording after.
Sounds good to me.
You should get a little trumpet behind it.
Oh, that's all right. I'm gonna do some.
It's like bassy.
I'm gonna do some epic stuff. Yeah. Don't worry.
Like,
So,
you,
I've got it lined up. Don't worry.
right, I'll leave it to you.
Got it lined up.
So, my hero for the hall.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, back to my running. Oh, right. Running.
Again.
Do
So
you
I-
run, do you?
Did I tell you I
Another running
run?
story.
So, I follow quite a few groups on Facebook, running groups. Which it is as sad as it sounds, to be fair.
That's right.
But people just post
enjoy
what they've done, they're running their times, tips, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I've got a lot of running coming
I
up.
bet it's
Yeah,
so
I like to-
competitive.
Not really. People
Is it
like
not?
people post their half marathon times. No matter how slow, no matter how fast, everyone's like, "Yeah, you smashed it, go on."
Oh, okay.
A lot of
that's
people
good.
just are on a journey, right?
Yeah,
They
true.
could be like quite big. They could be, just in a life event.
Could be anything. Yeah.
So it's a really good community. Anyway,
That's nice.
this is where I got my story from. So Curtis Hargrove, a runner from Canada, ran the Boston. I was going to say half marathon. Got to give him the credit here. The full Boston Marathon in high heels,
Damn.
which is incredible.
Guy or girl?
Crazy.
Guy or girl?
Bloke, Curtis.
Damn.
Is
fair
it
play.
Curtis a girl's name?
Uh,
Could it be?
Could be, I suppose,
Yeah.
maybe. We're living in that kind of era now that
True,
anything
true.
can go.
Yeah, true. At the 2024 Chicago Marathon earlier this year. Wait. I said
Chicago, in
Boston.
Canada. Yeah.
No. He's from Canada.
Oh.
Did he run? No, he ran the Chicago Marathon, not the Boston Marathon. Why did I say Boston Marathon? Okay, anyway.
We digress.
Chicago Marathon. Yeah,
okay.
listen, Curtis, a runner from Canada.
Jack, do Google.
So yeah, Google his name. He's got a piece. Curtis Hargrove. He is from Canada and he set out to break a world record, to run the marathon in high heels, aiming to beat the fastest time, which was from a Milton Keynes marathon.
What?
5 hours and 13 minutes, which is crazy to run in high heels. To think of that.
I mean, I didn't even what. I don't even know the words. I'm having a right hard time to fathom the fact that someone's run before in high heels. Yeah. That there's a world record to beat.
There's a world record for everything. But I couldn't run from here to the front door. And I couldn't walk from here to the front.
No.
I grew up with 3 sisters, so I've walked in high heels, right?
Fair.
But
we're doing that's the reason. Yeah.
We're doing a deep dive into your history now.
So picking up from where I left off there, Hargreaves, who was already accomplished many marathons in the aid of charities, ran the race in unusual footwear to support Stepping Stones Crisis Society, which is a charity that offers support and outreach for victims of domestic violence. Huh. So, like I said, he ran the 26.2 mile race in 3-inch red heels.
Damn.
The Chicago Marathon.
It was Chicago. I don't know why I wrote Boston.
Do you know what I just realised? Like, now Jack's here. Now we've got Jack. But we're going to have to be real on top of our facts just so we don't get fact checked mid podcast. Like, no, that's wrong. Fam.
I wouldn't worry about that. I'll zone out. You had to tell me when to Google. It's literally my only job. You've had to tell me when to Google.
On top of it, but like, you do realise you're wrong there. Just let you know. Like, oh no, midway through the podcast, how dare you?
So unfortunately, his world record attempt didn't go through. As in, he fell flat.
Yeah.
He didn't fall flat as in he fell over.
Yeah.
He crossed the line in a time of 7 hours.
Snapped a heel.
Although 7 hours seems crazy long. He said that he definitely went too fast.
He's in high heels.
Yeah, I know. He definitely went too fast, running the first 10k in an hour, which is a very quick speed as it is. And was on pace for the record at 21 kilometres. But he ended up needing some medical attention around 25 kilometres to tape up his blistered feet. Jack, you just saw a picture of his feet. It's crazy, right? He had literally tape all over his feet.
Bad, yeah.
He went on to say, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for cheering me on and stopping and sharing the stories of domestic violence and everyone who's donated to the cause.
Awesome.
Still, he won't be too upset about missing the record. This was his 310th marathon.
Oh my God.
310 marathons, which is absolutely crazy. Plus, the funds that he raised will go towards building a new shelter and a transitional shelter for housing women and children experiencing domestic abuse.
Oh man.
He said, the way I see it, the pain that I had to go through with the blisters and the pain in the feet is nothing compared to what women and children go through every day. Who, like I said, he achieved his goal. This has been spread quite far. What? I know I saw it on my Facebook group, but when I Googled it and looked into it a bit more, it's quite a big story now.
What a
guy. A lot of big newspapers that picked up, which is great.
It's a good thing.
So he said, his blisters will heal. Some may never recover from their trauma. So shout out to Curtis. Like I said, I did message him on Facebook to get his Instagram handle.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll get in touch with him and we'll do a post on him. We'll make a post. 100%. I can make a really sick post on that.
Yeah. So shout out to Curtis. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
The Hall of Heroes. Love it. Oh. What heels are they? Do you know?
Just like red.
Jimmy Choos.
Yeah, they didn't look very comfy.
They're 3 inches tall. They're not.
Yeah, they're like bright red as well and pointy at the front.
Oh, they're bright red.
You know the ones that like crush your toes.
Apparently crush your toes. Yeah, this guy knows. He's been trying on his mum's heels. As if. Yeah, no. Well, this is why like brides and stuff take flats to weddings. Because wearing heels for, I don't know, an hour is awful. But running a marathon for, how long was it? 10?
7 hours.
7 hours. Yeah.
I thought running a marathon in Crocs would be crazy, but actually a lot of people do that.
Oh my God, they look awful.
Jack's showing Beaver the picture.
They just don't even look nice to walk in.
No.
I'm surprised his ankle survived.
Yeah.
How do you not roll your ankle?
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen like thicker, chunkier like heels and stuff take.
Because only need to fall into a little bump in the road. Yeah, and that could just buckle your ankle.
Oh,
so fair play.
Fair play to him. Yeah, damn. Fair. All right, I was about to say hero of the week. I almost passed myself up. My hero for Hall of Heroes this week. It's a weird one. Well, it's not weird. It's more we're stopping litter bugs. We're helping nature by stopping litter bugs.
That is one of the
pet peeve.
I look back at. I'm going to admit something here.
Go on.
We've all done it. in our teenage years, we will throw something out the car window,
as
right?
youngsters, yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
Because I see rubbish, like when I go for runs. I go for runs and obviously I run by the side of the road a lot of the time.
I bet you see so much crap.
There, honestly, so much crap.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's just, you just think, why?
It's an epidemic.
Like crisp packets and a bottle, like just take it home with you.
Yeah,
like,
it's so easy.
So easy.
It's such an easy thing to do. Or put it in any bin that's like relatively close, because there's bound to be one.
I feel like McDonald's should put a QR code or something on their receipts or on their bags or something like that. So with the registration plates.
Oh, okay.
So when they throw it out, if police did pick it up, they could easily scan it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
McDonald's.
good idea.
McDonald's wraps are quite bad for that as well, aren't they?
Oh, you see
Oh,
it
everywhere.
everywhere.
You see
Literally anywhere.
any like semi-quiet country road.
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's wrapper somewhere.
And I feel like McDonald's should take accountability for it. And I do.
mean,
I do.
It's true, they should.
And I feel like they need to explore options, right? If it is a case of putting something, if people don't know,
you already had it. If you're going through a drive-through and you get a bag, you'll get your
on every box,
license plate scanned.
on every burger, on everything, there is a sticker of your order.
Mm-hmm.
So as part of that order, they should put a QR code or something which has got your registration
plate,
details on it.
Yeah.
So if it gets thrown out on the side of the road, the police can pick it up, scan it.
It's a simple concept. Put it to McDonald's. When we get really big, we'll put it to McDonald's. We'll start fighting big conglomerates.
But
Oi, we're not a good to know podcast.
Tell me what you're going to do, or whoever's doing it, to fight the.
So we're shining a light on an inspiring group of friends who took action to protect one of the New Hampshire's most cherished natural spaces during the height of its leaf peeping season. I've never heard that before, but it's basically just autumn.
Okay.
Leaf peeping. As fall, in our case autumn, sweeps across the country, tourists flock to the destinations known for their exceptional foliage, and Franconia Notch State Park in the White Mountains is no exception. This past week, the park was packed with visitors eager to capture the vibrant colours of the season. But with an influx of people comes an unfortunate side effect. Lots of rubbish, yep. From the lazy litterbugs, mate. Lazy litterbugs. Sibian or Cyberhan? Jack, quickly Google this one. It's SIOBHAN. SIOBHAN. And then do like a pronunciation on it, because I read it.
Wow, we can't do this every episode.
Or I was just going to say Cyben Smith.
He's got a touchscreen laptop, that's sick.
Oh,
Siobhan.
Oh, that's a major butcher.
That's one of them, like, you know, them Irish names.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so Siobhan Smith. See, I'm glad he's there. I'm glad he's there. A local who has lived and worked in the area for years saw the problem brewing. She and her friend Noah, much easier, easily spelled.
Google this for me. Noah.
Both frequent visitors to the park noticed that the crowds were overwhelming the park and litter was piling up. As soon as I saw the picture, she said, "Oh, there's going to be a big mess tomorrow." So Siobhan told WMUR News, which is their, I think, local news network. Rather than just expressing concern, Siobhan and Noah decided to do something about it. Early one morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, obviously not early for some people. You still getting up stupidly early, Jack?
It's the middle of the day, that is.
Before the rush of visitors arrived, the pair hiked up the Artist's Bluff, one of the most popular spots in the park. Known for its stunning views, the location has even earned a nickname, the Instagram capital of the world. But Siobhan and Noah weren't there to take pictures, they were there to clean up. Equipped with bin bags and headlamps, they spent hours picking up litter left behind by the day's visitors before. From discarded water bottles to dirty nappies, they filled 2 large bags of crap in just one morning.
Mad.
It was hard work, but for Siobhan and Noah, it was a way of giving back to the place they love. Their message to the others were clear: carry in, carry out. Like you just said, it's so easy just to take your rubbish either home with you or find a bin. It's such a simple thing.
Do you want to hear something?
Go on.
I was in the newspaper for litter collecting.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Recently?
No. When I was, don't know, like 12.
Are we child?
Scott, if you're listening, I don't know if you can remember this. Can you remember the snippet of the clip where it's me, there's you, a couple of others at the park, at the back of the park with massive bin bags where we collected a load of rubbish, and it was in the Hunter Post.
Where's the Hunter Post? Claim to fame right there. You got a local celebrity on. Damn.
Wow.
Just seeing the photos of, and just seeing the photos and us working in the notch and seeing all of the people who've come through the tram, we've just realised that no one wants to go up there. And when there's rubbish everywhere, basically, is what Siobhan said.
Which country is this?
This is in America, I think. Pretty sure. I've scrolled too high on my little thing. I'm back to League 4. New Hampshire. Yeah, America. Oh, wait. Sorry. I just took your job away from you right there.
We all know that's
I'll take your job from... Where? Now you've made me lose my...
Do you want me to start again?
No, it's fine. So for her, the importance of keeping the park clean goes beyond aesthetics. It's about community pride and respect for the environment. I think just having pride in our community and seeing how beautiful it can be without garbage is truly important. Their efforts highlighted the significance of leave no trace principles, which encourage visitors to leave natural spaces as they found them. The scenic beauty of New Hampshire parks is a draw for many, but maintaining that beauty requires responsibility from all who visit. Siobhan and Noah's initiative is a perfect example of this ethos in action. The impact of large crowds at state parks like Franconia? Franconia? Franconia?
I don't know. Just roll with it.
Franconia Notch isn't limited to litter. With the spike in visitors comes an increase in accidents, leading to the rise of rescue operations. Park officials have expressed concern about the growing number of incidents and are urging visitors to come prepared. In response to the surge of tourists, the state is considering implementing new measures such as time entry tickets or parking fees to manage the flow of visitors and protect the environment, which is probably a smart way to do it, but it shouldn't be a necessary way to stop it. Which, people, they're gonna moan about it. It's probably one of the ones that are leaving litter who are going to do the moaning as well. Let's be honest. Jace Worth, who is the general manager of Franconia Notch State Park and Cannon Mountain, noted that these past weekends saw an exceptionally high level of visitors. And Greg Keeler, a spokesperson for New Hampshire State Parks, added that the state is exploring various options to improve the visitors' experience while safeguarding the natural landscape. Despite these challenges, it's heartening to see individuals like Siobhan and Noah stepping up to make the difference. Their efforts, along with those in the state park workers and other volunteers, are helping to preserve the beauty of Franconia Notch for the future generations. They remind us that protecting these spaces is a shared responsibility and everyone has a role to play.
Every community should do a litter picking day.
It's such an easy thing, isn't it? Just get the little stabbers. I'll have a whale of the time.
Or the little
grabbers or stabbers.
Get some T-Rex one that makes a noise.
Rawr. Just to pick up there. So this week we honour Siobhan, Noah, and all of those who are quietly working behind the scenes to keep our natural spaces clean and beautiful. They are the true heroes of the outdoors, leading by example and showing us all the powers of action over the words and environmental stewardship. It's not hard to keep hold of your rubbish, people.
No. Welcome to the hall.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. All right. Now for the fun bit, the bit that I love the most, weirdly, even though it's not my segment.
Oh, my segment?
Is your segment.
That's good to know.
Every damn time. Can
I just say that's so much better live as well?
Yeah.
It would take 19 minutes to fall to the centre of the earth.
Is that it?
Imagine doing it. Obviously, you're gonna burn to a crisp before you get there.
Yeah.
Imagine you wouldn't, and you're just falling like, my God.
You get bored.
So boring.
Mate, hopefully you got your phone, just whip through TikTok, like, these are my final
You wouldn't
moments
have
on
signal.
Earth. I'll find some good ones.
You don't have no signal, mate.
Oh, yeah, wait.
You get out your phone like, damn it, no signal.
All right, I'm going to Spotify. I'm finding my favourite song. I'm playing that.
Just on repeat for 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's only going to play like 4 or 5 times?
Yeah.
Depends what the song is. Okay,
19 minutes.
there's a question. Oh, actually, no.
Have you ever seen how deep the deepest hole is compared to the actual...
Isn't it in Russia? Oh.
It was in Russia.
Oh.
That's me.
Jack's finally clocked on. He's like, I got to do something. Just while Jack's doing that, the deepest hole, although it's crazy deep, in comparison to the
tiny,
actual
isn't it?
depth of the earth, it's like nothing.
Yeah,
it looks like crazy.
humongous. It's a tiny hole.
The world's deepest hole is the Kola Super Deep Borehole, located in Murmansk, Russia.
Sounds Russia, yeah.
Yeah.
How deep?
40,230 feet.
7.6 miles.
It'll take you like a minute just to fall through that
Oh
one.
yeah, that's
Just
probably
couple
the
of-
most relevant.
That's a couple of minutes max.
7.6 miles.
So you say 19 minutes.
Yes.
19 minutes. Question then.
Yep.
Would you have a song that you'd listen to if you were falling through the earth?
I don't know what I choose my playlist.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
My Fallen to the Earth playlist. What would it be?
You've got 19 minutes. We should do this.
You've probably got 3 or 4 songs at max.
Yeah.
Depending on what you choose.
I'm pretty sure ADHD would kick in, so I'll be listening to the same song every time. If it sounds dope and I'm going down the first 3 minutes, I'm like, that's what I do.
Maybe I'd do like a movie. I'd do like an Interstellar theme tune.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Or maybe that's just too.
No. It can be anything. You're about to kick the bucket.
That's my last one because I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm resting now.
It's like funeral songs.
Yeah.
It's like that level sort of stuff.
I do have funeral songs, but I don't know what they are. That sounded weird. I have funeral songs, but I don't know what they are. I have to listen to them again.
Yeah. No.
There's songs out there
sense.
which I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'd be though.
It's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
We'll come back next week.
Okay.
Oh no, we can't come back next week. Next week we're doing things.
We got a big one next week.
Big one next week. So the week after we'll come back and we'll come with our end of life songs to bring a real downer to a positive.
So
podcast.
positive.
Yeah, I know.
Our falling to the centre of the earth songs.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds a bit more.
19-minute limit. Okay, that's all you're allowed.
19 minutes. I get yourself. Okay.
And if you could time your 19th minute of hitting with like a drop.
Yeah.
Or
well,
the
like
end
a bass
of the song,
drop. That was sick.
You get bonus points.
Would you do spins?
Spins? What's that?
Would you spin?
Oh.
Would you make it? Would you style it out as you're falling?
Or
would you just like try and?
No, you do that. You know they do that diving when they like cramp in the last second.
Oh, you come into a tiny body.
Is that like extra high diving or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it is, isn't it? But it's the belly flop one.
Yeah, they
isn't
go.
it?
They spread themselves out like a belly flop.
And
As
then
soon as they
crunch in.
hit the water, they quickly crunch in.
Oh, so you don't want a big splash when you're going into lava or
No.
the mantle or wherever it is, the core of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I feel like you've got to go head first, though, haven't you?
Yeah, of course you do. I mean, like Ryan said, you're going to burn up before you get to the centre, but still, you got to make it fun.
The tiny pocket in your jeans, which we all know about, you know that little tiny pocket,
Okay, yeah.
was designed to store pocket watches,
Oh.
not for pound coins or anything like that.
I mean, I wouldn't put a pound coin in
shopping
there.
trolley money.
You never get it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Literally, like you sitting there with your fingers in your pocket, just like,
That's what it's for.
Jesus, can't get anything out.
Japan has one vending machine for every 40 people.
That
And
doesn't
you can
surprise
buy-
me. They have some
you've been to Japan,
mad.
haven't you?
No, I haven't. But
Okay,
they've got
so-
some mad vending
You can
machines.
get anything from
Live
a vending
crab?
machine. Yeah.
Live crab.
Used knickers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
You say like that, you've got some.
No. I've just
Yeah, you
watched,
can.
I
Yeah.
watched a YouTube guy who got some. You can buy anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything.
They do like cooked pizza as well.
Yeah.
I've seen those. They look so good.
I do want to.
Like it's basically and also like a McDonald's vending machine where you get a cooked burger and you don't have to wait for it.
Japan is on my list. It takes sunlight 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to the earth,
Wow.
which isn't that long.
No, that's not. But it's light, I suppose.
Yeah, speed of light's obviously
Speed of light.
quick. Yeah.
Is it?
But okay, wow.
No, Mikey, go on. No, what were you going to say?
Well, no, don't worry. Water is the only substance on Earth that exists naturally in 3 forms: solid, liquid, gas.
Yep, that's three.
Solid.
Were you about to say a fourth?
Yeah, I was.
You're about to make up
Yeah.
another form.
Yeah. But
And
then
slime.
but then I've put examples: ice, water vapor.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
Slime.
I don't know why. Yeah, I just thought myself.
Goo.
I've also missed something off here, which my niece is going to shout at me for if I don't say.
Okay.
I hope I get this right. Alana did tell me this, my niece. Animals can laugh. Dogs, cats.
Hyenas.
Dogs, cats. And they think they laugh.
Hyenas.
I think that's right.
Hyenas can laugh.
Yeah, we've all heard them.
I
I watch a guy called the Lion Whisperer, and he has
What does it sound? What does it sound like?
hyenas. It's more of a cat.
No, yeah, I know a hyena like.
Oh, like a dog laugh?
Yeah, what does a dog laugh sound like?
Don't know.
I'm not gonna try.
Hor, 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 hor. What's the cat?
Sounds like a seal.
What's the cat?
Just high pitch to the dog version.
So that's my facts.
La.
Yeah.
See,
They weren't great this week.
Nah, they're sick.
This week.
that were good.
I'm sorry.
All right, so in 2 weeks' time, we're coming back.
I'm going to have to make a note of that.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have to write it down right now. Otherwise I'm going to
Write it down. So, onto my thing. All right, lads, get the beers in. It's the odd side story. Did you like that one? I have to get your approval now for all of them.
We don't drink though.
No, that's true.
I'm not gonna
True.
You're
Yeah,
better
but-
off saying, get the pop in.
get the pop in.
Get a Pepsi in.
Get a glass of water in, will you? Get some orange juice in. Did you? Oh, he just snorted on the mic. Gross. Okay, we did say Ryan was sniffy.
I'm sorry.
I'm not using that pub mic. I'm going to put my initials on this mic to know for what I'm using. Right. Welcome to the odd side. We're serving up something weird. Well, this is where you get your weird and wonderful news. This is basically what I'm going. So this one is some classic pub humour with a wholesome twist. We're talking about 6 chaps: Paul, Bill, Ken, Peter, Brian, and Dick. How old do you reckon they are? They're not that old, but
they've got to be in their 60s, right?
Somewhat, yeah. That is a proper they're older names. You don't see many kids nowadays called Paul, Bill, Ken, Peter. Well, maybe Peter, Brian, and Dick. Or Richard, for that matter, I assume.
What were they?
Paul.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Ken. Yeah. Like Ken Barlow. Peter.
Who's Ken Barlow?
The Coronation Street, isn't he?
Oh, I thought he was a guy out of the boy band.
What boy bands are you looking at? Ken Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow.
Fair enough. Oh, you're thinking really of Gary Barlow.
Oh, Gary Barlow.
Peter, Brian, and Dick.
Nice.
Either way. They've been meeting up in a pub every Thursday night for 56 years.
How do they get approval?
What do you mean approval?
From the other
from the old... Oh, well, it's a tradition now. You got to honour it. So 56 years of boozy banter, questionable decisions, and from what the sources say, truly bad karaoke. Imagine being that dedicated.
I love that.
I mean, we're about to do a podcast for the rest of our lives, so we're going to be dedicated every Thursday. Yeah, maybe it's just...
We're basically these
Maybe
guys.
it's something about Thursdays. Maybe Thursdays just... It's an easy day to be like, yeah, let's do something. That's all right. The White Swan Pub plays host to this rowdy crew, and while half of the bar is trying and failing to nail Rick Astley tunes, our heroes are sipping their pints and discussing the pressing issues of the daily pensions and prostates. And of course, who's around it? A little chuckle from you. Prostates.
I've got nothing to say.
You literally let in like you were about to say something.
No,
okay.
I'm just here.
Nothing brings a group closer than the fear of awkward silence or awkwardly silent prostate exams. They're not doing it to each other, obviously. They're talking about what they've gone through.
That's what I do every Thursday night with a beer.
What?
You ever seen their memes, like what your partner thinks your boyfriend's doing when they're out?
Oh.
And it's like with I don't know, girls.
Loads of chatting girls.
And really, it's like men doing stupid shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Take each other's prostate.
Check each other's prostate. In a pub as well.
Can't say I've ever done that.
No, I was going to say, I'm not going to lie. I hope this isn't traditions that you're going to try and press on us.
Secret Santa night.
Might not be attending. But let's rewind to where it all began. Back in 1968, when the Beatles were still together and men were discovering that sideburns were the look, but they didn't really work. Ken and Paul started this tradition with a round of golf, which you two lads, you could start this off. Yep. You do like your golfs. Let's be honest though, they probably spent more time in the 19th hole than on the course. So soon, Thursdays became pub sacred, like a weekly holy pilgrimage, except with fewer robes and more pints. Now, you'd think after 56 years, they might have run out of things to talk about, but oh no, these lads, while their conversations once revolved around football and who they slept with, now it's more like, there's a bit of prostates, pissing themselves, maybe pacing themselves, that sort of stuff.
Does your actual script say that?
Yeah, 100%. Of course I typed that in. They used to do 3 pints a night, now they're down to 2, unfortunately. Peter explains, he follows it up with 2 pints. Come on, mate. What's the point in having the same amount?
How many is there of them?
There's
3 of them.
No, there is way more than 3.
Oh.
I've scrolled up too far again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. So there's a fair table, mate. It's a fair table worth. But yeah,
it's so good that they've stayed consistent for these years.
Well, it's similar to the Tag thing. Have you ever seen the Tag movie?
It's
the same as that. It's like it's just something so wholesome about.
And that's based on a true
friends.
story, right?
Yeah, no, that's the cool thing. Staying friends for so long. But yeah, so Peter said, "What's the point of getting 2 pints? 2 points. It's the same amount of pints as someone's going to drink at a toddler's birthday." And in our case, apparently no pints, because we don't drink at toddler's birthday. So
there won't be literally, I've got Rupert's party soon, and there'll be no one drinking. It's at a soft place, it'd be weird.
Alcoholless. That would be. Yeah, I suppose it's a different sort of generation now. You wouldn't sort of
not
be drinking around kids.
In a pub.
No.
Are you?
Well, you probably can, but I suppose you have to be that way inclined, I guess.
Yeah.
But don't be fooled by their age. These guys can still throw down. In fact, they've never missed a Thursday. Well, except for the few holidays here and there. And one time Bill apparently got stuck in a loo. Turns out that it's not just age that slows you down. Also some dodgy curries or two as well. And get this, during the pandemic, when pubs were closed, they Zoomed their meetups, and these legends actually went digital despite their age. Now, I don't know what's worse, trying to drink alone in your living room while pretending you're at a pub, or having your wife walk in and ask you why you're shouting about Brexit and who's got the next round whilst you're in your living room. Despite all these years, the drinks, and some questionable life choices, looking at you, Peter, for those 70s side bands, they've never truly fallen out. Sure, there's been an occasional, I swear it's your round, Ken, but no real bust-ups, or at least none that kind of end in someone storming out pantsless, screaming, "Give me my fucking chips." Now, they've racked up 17 kids, 33 grandkids, and 6 great-grandkids, and enough pints to fill a swimming pool. Yet they still gather, rain or shine, to drink, argue, and let's face it, forget what they were talking about 5 minutes ago. But hey, at least they're always remembering whose turn it is to buy the next round. So here's to these absolute legends of the pub world, still kicking, still drinking, and probably still figuring out what the hell TikTok is. Cheers, lads, and remember, if the prostate doesn't get you, the bill at the last order's just might.
I love that. That's so wholesome.
Yeah, that's quality, to be fair.
Probably little oldie stories, but yeah, that's the outside story.
Yeah, that's a good one. That wasn't odd. That was a really positive story.
I know,
you put that as a
it.
good news story.
I do try and put, like, I've realised now the outside story is good, but I'm trying to swing it into the old positive side of things as well, because it's, you got to stay on brand and stuff like that. You got to stay on brand.
Well, wow, we're at the end of the episode already. Firstly, I say thanks, Jack, for your first episode. I hope you enjoyed it.
You are more than welcome. Yeah, it's actually been really good. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice to hear. That's so good to hear. Oh.
We need to get him some headphones so they can...
Yeah, please get me
so you can hear what we're talking about.
Please.
But that's us for another week. Thank you all for listening. As always, don't forget to share us with your friends. Leave a like rating on the Spotify. Or a star rating on the Spotify.
Leave us a review on the Spotify. That helps.
Comment on YouTube. Like on YouTube. Share. Subscribe. Follow all the socials. And, help us grow.
Yep. Go on our socials. As Ryan just said, we are at KTGGTKpod on I'm about to say TikTok, on Instagram, or Know the Good to Know Pod on TikTok, or should I say a hashtag before that, and Know the Good to Know Podcast on Facebook. That's where you can find all our good news stuff.
And don't forget to send us an email, ktggtkpod@outlook.com.
Do you know what's funny? I don't think we've said that in the
we
past
haven't,
couple
because
episodes.
we've given up.
That's probably why no one's emailed us recently.
Don't worry, I'll email you.
Oh.
So
it doesn't work now because you're on the podcast.
There's going to be 3 of us now saying it.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody listening, and stay positive.
Oh, you want me to say it now? I thought I was going to be last.
Yeah.
Because I was last.
I thought you were going to leave him last as well.
No, of course not.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.